Hello, welcome to Desopadec Weekly, a weekly program that educates and enlightens the public on the activities of the #1 interventionist agency in Delta State. Joy Uchi is my name.
Projects must be fit to purpose. They should be conceived based on real, not felt or imagined needs. As I noted in my address to the previous board, the bottom-up approach to planning is more effective. I expect that the community should determine the projects they want in their areas. Commissioners or members of the board are to draw up the project needs and environmental concerns of their communities and present to the board for consideration, approval, and execution. This is still the template to follow. Otherwise, your actions will be greeted with criticism, disapproval, and disenchantment.
Keeping with His Excellency's inaugural speech of a bottom-up approach to projects initiation and execution, the management of the agency had gone proactive by instituting town hall meetings to interact with communities in order to know their desires and how best to meet these needs and desires. The management, led by the MD-CEO Bashirun Askia Oge, sets out to meet stakeholders of Isoko, Ijo, Ishekiri, Urobo, and Ndokwa oil-producing communities. We'll now bring to you these meetings and the community's reactions to these meetings.
The Isoko Nation was the first to interface with the management of the agency. It was held at the Isoko House, Ole, and it witnessed an interactive session with monarchs and President General of the various Isoko communities and the management of Desopadec, led by its Managing Director, Bashirun Askia Oge. Amongst the dignitaries present was the President General of Isoko Development Union, Chief Idu Amade. Speaking during the meeting, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, Desopadec, Bashirun Askia Oge, explained that the Commission is embarking on a bottom-to-top approach in line with the rebranding of Desopadec by the state government to meet with its vision of developing the oil-producing community.
My job today is very simple, very easy, because we have a very pragmatic to connect all the views of the various clans and made up Isoko Nation together. When I was coming, I told my colleague that I actually want to understand what Isoko was, so then how I'm going to approach about our nationalities. Because this exercise, we have actual commissioners and ADs to go back to the various nationalities and get the projects that they are going to put in the project as they have been instructed by His Excellency the Governor, because we yearn for that approach. And doing that, I remember telling them that I want to personally be available in all the ethnic communities, because I've not belonged to one and belong to all the ethnic communities.
The Managing Director, while highlighting the projects being carried out by the Commission, says the Commission will be spending 60% of its funds on ongoing projects, while 40% will be expended on new projects.
His Excellency the Governor is actually very, very interested in some legacy projects that he can personally come to commission to show that we have changed from the Desopadec of old to the Desopadec of present, because we are actually the ground and we have come back with the ground process. The PG has helped me out by identifying two key areas of the legacy job. As talked of electricity, like I said, we have to look at that because we cannot handle this from electric in terms of all within that area, even though the funds are limited. Then, by electricity, we are going to concentrate on towers, like you mentioned. Then, you have talked of the legal. I remember that some few days back, we were talking of the road that have been constructed, but not linked to the road that goes to the east-west road. Yes, that comes out of Patani. As a matter of fact, I want the people to get to sign so that we have an accurate figure that we are going to reflect in our budget for this. It's a thing of interest to the Desopadec people. By legacy, I mean a project that can benefit the humanity of the Desopadec people.
The Desopadec meeting with the Ijaw ethnic community was the second in the series of town hall meetings with the different ethnic nationalities. The managing director, High Chief Askia Oge, said the commission is bent on handling abandoned projects across its mandate areas, while also assuring the Ijaw ethnic nationality of more projects.
We are aware of the enormous responsibilities that we have to upgrade the sufferings of our people and give them a better life, which is why we were paneled today in that commission. But before now, we have been using our own wisdom, that of the technocrats and civil servants, to draw up budgets, to draw up projects and programs which we feel will impact on the various areas within the mandate area, Ijaws and all other five other ethnic groups.
He said the meeting was made for stakeholders to guide the commission on the project they wanted to handle. He reiterated that the interaction would allow the host community to see the projects as their own and assured the stakeholders that Desopadec under his watch will ensure they correct the past errors of the boards in meeting the aspiration of the people. He reiterated that the interaction would allow the host community to see the projects as their own and assured the stakeholders that Desopadec under his watch will ensure they correct the past errors of the boards in meeting the aspirations of the people. The MD asked leaders from the Ijaw ethnic nationality to keep in mind projects that will benefit the common man.
Sometimes our people who are supposed to be the immediate beneficiaries of these projects allow the project to be vandalized, allow them to rot away, naming them Desopadec projects. No one seeing them as our projects. And we ask ourselves, why are these projects being referred to as Desopadec projects and not projects of Okulaha or projects of Omadi or projects of Kuruju? And what we discovered is that most of them, it is our wisdom we use in citing them. They may not be the project that is of immediate importance to the people of that area. And because of that, the dichotomy has put in place to say it is their project, not our project. We want to bring that gap so that whatever we have in every community will be owned by the people to say this is our project. That, in a summary, is why we are here.
Commissioner representing the Ijaw ethnic nationality, Dr. Paul Benenimibo, Executive Director, Research and Statistics, Comrade Shadrach Agediga, and other members of the board expressed readiness in respect to carrying out the projects.
For example, I want to design on one community around Ijaw here. When we go there, we have to climb, to get to the community. And the community immediately tell us that their major concern, their major problem is to have a jetty. And I'm representing them. So if I have the opportunity to say, okay, I want to build a jetty for that community, there should be a jetty for that community, then if the Desopadec in the process of doing it that time, if they have involved the house in doing it, I would have them to say, my guy, this is what these people say they want. But because they did not carry the house along, that's why we are having this issue. But this time around, we are working hand in hand with the house as well as we are working with the communities. So anything you choose to put in the budget stays in the budget. Nobody can have it. I can assure you of that. Thank you.
Traditional leaders, including the Benanawe of Ogulaha Kingdom, Pere of Simbere Kingdom, community leaders and youth, thanked the members of the newly constituted Desopadec board for intensifying efforts to meet with the host communities. They said the move will help to achieve desired results, but enjoined Desopadec to empower the less privileged and unemployed youth.
I want to thank His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, who have given this directive to the board of Desopadec to hold this kind of town hall meeting. This is a new dawn. We've not experienced this before now. I know this is a corrective measure that the governor wants to carry out. And I want to also say the board members should not disappoint our God. But I believe this board, this present board, will do something different.
I want to remind the board that development does not also mean that it must go project. We have to develop human being, human capital development. The youth, the women, and the men, we have to find a way to also develop them. But if we develop their community and they are not having anything to eat, we cannot be too happy. Develop our youth, develop our women. And also think of the impacted communities, not only oil producing communities. Your development must cut across major oil producing communities and also impacted communities.
They also requested that the Desopadec should try to pay their contractors to enable for smooth work for host communities.
Development is what has been the reason for the establishment of the Desopadec. Once contracts are given out and payments by way of interim payment certificates are issued, the next thing is to see that the contractors are paid either on milestone basis, and the job will not progress to its logical conclusion. But when payments are not done, the purpose is defeated.
The third community to host the management of the agency is the Urobo Nation. The event, which was tagged Engaging Urobo oil-producing communities for better synergy was put together by the Basharun Askia Oge-led Management Board of Desopadec, in line with the given mandate to reposition the oil-producing areas for greatness by the Delta State Governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. Addressing the mammoth crowd from the Urobo ethnic nationality gathered at the Orogun Hall, Wellington Hotel, Efun, Delta State, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Desopadec, High Chief Basharun Askia Oge, said the present board of the Commission is undergoing a radical departure from the usual practice of their predecessors, adding that the Commission is set to only cite and execute projects that are in line with the needs of the people, so they can be protected and maintained to last almost forever, in continuation of its ongoing town hall meetings with oil-producing communities in the state.
We are in the process of putting together our budgets, but the central thing is we are having a radical departure from what used to be the era of the commissioners and members of the board sitting in the comfort of our boardroom to draw up projects, our mandate area. We felt we should have a change, and particularly soon when on our inauguration, His Excellency the Governor directed that we should have a bottom-top approach. And to go about the bottom-top approach, which we also believe is a better one. That is why we have advised ourselves within the board that we should go back to our various ethnic nationalities and do what we are having here now, town hall and stakeholder speaking.
While addressing the lingering issues of outrageous numbers of ongoing projects of the Commission spread across the 5 oil-bearing communities, the Managing Director said the Management Board has proposed to expend 60% of this year's budget to completing the ongoing projects and 40% for the projects that will be collated from the 5 oil-bearing communities in the course of the town hall meetings.
It's our own commitment as a board that projects that we commence will ensure that they are delivered in our tenure.
Furthermore, the Managing Director reminded the people that the budgetary allocation of the Desopadec is implemented in line with the quantum system of various oil-bearing communities, assuring them that the Management Board, under his supervision, will ensure speedy completion and commissioning of projects before the expiration of their tenure.
So when we talk of these projects, we should bear in mind that the project will be included into our budget within the limits of the percentage of our production. It is not as if the budget is endless. It's not. That is the reason why we say we should prioritize the projects according to the immediate needs of the communities so that we can achieve the delivery. It is our own commitment as a board that projects that we commence will ensure that they are delivered in our tenure. And we also want to say, because of the 60% we are setting aside for the ongoing, we also want to deliver most of those projects that are ongoing. Our policy is to deliver the projects and commission them before we leave. We have started commissioning of projects a few days back, and we'll continue to commission projects throughout our tenure with the support and cooperation of all of us that are here today. Thank you very much.
The town hall meeting that began with an opening prayer conducted by Dr. Francis Emiko was followed by the Urobo anthem, introduction of the new Desopadec Management Board to the Urobo people by Desopadec Executive Director, Finance and Administration, Chief John Nani. then followed by entertainment of the traditional rulers and chiefs, and then taking responses from the President's General, opinion leaders, youth leaders, women leaders, and the leadership and members of the host com. The Desopadec weekly crew was able to talk to some stakeholders on expectations in the nearest future.
You have a budget. If you have a budget, you work with your budget. Don't pick things, projects that you know cannot complete, because it's a tenor thing. If you complete one project or two projects, there's something wrong. But if you spread very well, say, that project I completed. Apart from everything, we have a number of mobile. He did it well. Well, if you are remember about the benefit in Nigeria, it's the mobile. Big project that they can complete, so that the community can benefit from it.
Ndokwa Nation is one of the 5 oil-bearing ethnic nationalities under the Desopadec mandate. It is therefore imperative to play host to them in the ongoing town hall and stakeholders meeting to have their needs captured before the Commission prepares its budget, and is also in line with the bottom-to-top approach of the Basharon Askia Oge-led management of the board of Desopadec. The town hall and stakeholders meeting, which had in attendance traditional rulers, political office holders, community leaders, opinion leaders, civil society organizations, women leaders and youth leaders from Ndokwa Nation, began at the arrival of the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, Desopadec, Basharon Askia Oge. The MD and Chief Executive Officer advised the stakeholders to see the Desopadec projects as their own projects, urging them to monitor activities of contractors executing projects in their various communities to avoid substandard and poor delivery of jobs.
I don't know whether people are collected that the formulate the way to get the input of our people. Our project planning, and we feel that it's actually better for a bottom-up approach. The ongoing project may not have been designed by yourselves, may not have been requested by yourselves, and in most cases you may not know the contractors. It is our duty, it's our responsibility to ensure that we monitor what the contractors are doing for us.
He also assured them that the deliberations of the town hall meeting were taken into consideration. The Executive Director, Social Services Department, Desopadec, Honorable Leonard Anoka, who spoke prior to the address of the MD, urged the Ndokwa people to always communicate to the Commission their dissatisfactions over projects execution through writing.
So it is the responsibility of everybody to any project within the community, be a supervisor, ensure that quality job is done. I am not saying go and find the contractor. You have better ways of doing it. You have a pen to write. And if you attend the job that is not working, you report to us. So the time of
the Desopadec weekly crew were able to talk to some stakeholders on Desopadec projects.
I want to commend the governor who made it possible for the new regime. He told them that they should go to the people to get their needs, so that the people's needs will be what they will be that will be put in the budget, so that when they get this project, they will now be able to be peaceful
and that will lead to more job creation within the local government. And apart from that, it was also very possible for a memorandum to be signed between the state and oil producing communities to ensure that we have peace while oil prospecting is going on. So that's why we want to appreciate the governor of Delta State, His Excellency Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, for his good work in governance to ensure equity across board in Delta State.
I think the intention is okay. It's an avenue where communities and various clans would have come together to show their appreciation to government, and at the same time tell them what is the utmost needs of the community. Unfortunately, many people may not have gotten the opportunity to speak, but because they've submitted their position paper, we pray and advise Desopadec to go back, sit and look at those position papers so that they will also know priority projects and make sure that it go across the entire communities in the Ndokwa nation. I think that is the purpose.
Welcome back. And this is our package for today on the Desopadec Weekly. You can follow us on our social media handles of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. On behalf of the producer and the entire crew, Joy Uchi is my name. I'll see you next week.